Have you ever wondered about QR codes? In today's teaching tip, we'll show you how to make them within Moodle. So here we are logged into Moodle. Basically, this is my little sandbox, my little area that I can play with different projects like this. And to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to turn editing on. And what we're going to do is we're going to add an activity or resource. The QR code generator is actually part of the H5P set of tools. Now you'll notice that in this list right here, we have an H5P and we have H5P interactive content. This first one here is for uploading H5P plugins that are already created and with an H5P extension. So we're not going to use that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the H5P interactive content and select it. Now, we're going to give this a description. We're going to call this a QR code for an electrical video. And if we go down here, you'll see that there is different things that we do. We're going to create content or upload. We're going to create content. You can search for here, but I can see it's on top of my list. You'll see there's a whole list of different things that we can use here. I've been using this one lately, so it's right at the top of the list. We're just going to click on QR code right here. So we're going to give it a title. I'm just going to copy this and paste this in here just for time. And under the code type, you'll see the things that we have to put in have red asterisks beside them. You'll see there's a list here. So we can do contact, which is somebody's contact information, phone number, email, that sort of thing. An event, which would be something that could be put into a calendar. An email address, which is self-explanatory. An H5P content package. So maybe we have something that we created in H5P. We want to link to it directly. This would be the way to do that. Location would be physical GPS locations based on longitude and latitude. A phone number, SMS and text, which are both, text messages kinds of things, and URL. So for our purposes, because our video lives in YouTube, we're going to select URL. And I'm just going to go to the video here. And I am going to copy and paste the actual URL address. And I'm going to paste that back into my URL. Now, next step is behavioral settings. This just lets us adjust the color. Your traditional QR code is white and black, but it can be any color you like. So for my example here, I'm going to change it to blue, and I'll hit choose. So you'll see I've got a blue and white. I could change this to be something slightly different color, but I want lots of contrast. So out of personal preference, I'm just going to leave it white. Now, horizontal alignment doesn't really let you do much stuff. It lets you kind of change things. I just leave it in center. I don't find it really has much bearing on your creation of your code. Text overrides and translations, again, I don't find much use for really changing that. You can do different things with it, change your address, QR code display information, but I find that most instances that's not necessary. So we're going to allow download. I'm just going to take off the copyright because it's not really important. And that's basically all the things that we really need to do. There's not a lot of stuff that we need to add to this. Once we're done, we just go to the bottom and we hit save and display. And what comes up is this QR code. Now look, it's so big that it doesn't even fit in our screen. So we can't even scan this because it just takes up all the space. So there's a couple ways around this. There are other online tools that let you do this directly, but you're sending your information to an outside source. So this is something that's completely private. It creates a QR code. What we can actually do is we can click on this and go save as. And then we just give it a name. We're going to call this QR code electrical. Okay. And hit save. And lo and behold, there is our file. And you'll notice that it's an SVG file. It's not a JPEG or a PNG, which is fine. And if I click on it to open it and to actually look at it, you will notice that it is astronomically huge. It's huge. So to get around that, there's a couple of things that we can do. Number one, the easiest way that I found to do this is to go and open up Word go new document. And what we can now do within Word is we can take our QR code and we can actually insert it into our document. Now that's all fine and good. We can create text down here. We can say what it is, whatever you like, and we can change that bigger. We can call this, calling it, let's see if we did the paste still works here. There we go. There's our YouTube. And we can make that bigger and what have you, right? Make this bigger, so that tells you what it is, or we can call it a name, electrical video, QR code, various things. But what I find the easiest thing to do with this is that we can use it to convert. So if we just go and click on the image and then we right click, we can go right here, save as a picture. And now we have the option of saving this as either a JPEG, a PNG, or what have you. So I'm going to choose just a JPEG. Some people might say, okay, well, a PNG is better, whatever you prefer. And I'm going to call this QR code electrical. It's going to save to the desktop. And voila, there's my QR code electrical right there. So if I just minimize that, I have now the SVG, which is okay, and now I have a JPEG, which is much more user-friendly for other different things, or PNG, what have you. And you now have a QR code that you can print and put labels on, and put it in documents and web pages into your Moodle shell as an image, that sort of thing. So if I go up and scan the image, you'll notice that the QR code comes up right here. If I press on it, the video now plays. I'm Jeff Troshmatang. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at the Hub. Always here to help.